Right, now today's subject is going to be left turning major to minor. So we've done a minor to major on the last video. Now that minor to major is coming out of a side street onto a main road. Now we're on the main road going onto a side street. So it's exactly the same as the minor to major, but a different gear 9 times out of 10, which I'll explain now. So we're going down the road and we're doing the same 4 things we did for that left turning minor to major. Mirrors, signal, brake and gear. Now the only difference this time is you're coming off the main road onto the minor road, so you have priority, and because you have priority 9 times out of 10 you're going to probably do that turning in gear 2. Okay, now but there is warnings, like on the last video I mentioned. We did a major to minor, just finishing it off, and we actually saw a car parked just at the mouth of the junction. Now on that particular one we went into gear 1 because the road is very narrow, and it means possible double park cars. Anyone coming up the road means they're in the centre of the road. We're going to turn into the centre of the road, which means you probably meet each other. And because they're already coming to the junction, we should really be backing off at that point, or take caution. Right, so what we're going to do on this one is same 4 things: mirrors, signal, brake, gear. Now it's on a slight bend, this one, or it's just after the bend, so you need to be a little bit careful on your indicator because it might cancel. If it does cancel, make sure you reapply it. Otherwise, people are not going to see you are ready to do the left turning because you haven't got a signal. So, we're going to do the major to minor, mirrors, signal, braking. Now, if we're in gear 3 or 4, we're going to slow down and drop to gear 2 and bring the clutch up before the turning. If you leave your clutch down around the corner, that's coasting or little or no control of the vehicle. So it doesn't give you a lot of control. With the clutch up, engine braking engages, which slows you down around the corner. But psychologically, if you're driving too fast, it'll be very difficult to bring that clutch up because you think, oh, it's going to run away. It's going to run away. Now, it will run away if you're going too fast. So that's why we need to get the braking sorted out. I've got a nice, neat little one for you, this one, because I know a lot of people say listen to the engine. And on one of my previous videos, and I'm going to do another one on this one as well, on gears, on when you change gears, people probably arguing on me on this one, but if you're bringing your clutch up after a gear change and the car lunges, you are traveling too fast for that lower gear. So for that gear 2, 3 to 2, we're going to slow it down to about 12-ish miles an hour, 12, 13 miles an hour, and bring the clutch up very slowly. I'm going to demonstrate it on this one. So we're going to do mirrors, signal, brake, gear, and then we need to also do a final check on the left before we actually initiate that left turning for 2 things. A, to make sure no one's sneaking down the side of us because we're slowing down. And secondly, we can also check positioning in the small blind spot mirrors. Makes life so much more easier. So let's do it together now. Clutch down, first gear. Now I'm on a fairly busy road now of traffic flowing through, so I need to be really cautious of that car coming around the corner behind us at speed. Now that is a 20-mile-an-hour advisory bend there. He was going at least 30 around the bends. And like I say, on a wet surface, it doesn't bear thinking about, but we need to be aware of this as well. So I'm looking for the next opportunity. So it's probably after this one. As he approaches, all round check now. Signal, biting point, gas and go. And I'm going to do the hill starts on a separate video, so watch out for that one. Right, so gone into gear 2, now I'm going to go into gear 3. Now we're going to be turning left just after this bend. So we're going to be checking the mirrors, inside and left. I'm going to put the left signal on now because the turning's coming up, but when I straighten my wheel it cancels again, so pop it back on. Braking gently, clutch down into gear 2, it's 12 miles an hour, clutch up, nice and smooth, and left door mirror before I come round, checking that blind spot position, and that's the best way to do that on that particular one. So I'm going to go straight down this road for now. That person's nearly finished on that one. There you go. It's a little bit awkward place to do a parallel part, that one, and into gear 3 at this stage as well. And we're going straight down. Now that was the major to minor. I'm going to pull up in a moment and we're just going to go through it again, and we're going to talk it through step by step. So as we approach things, and we're going to look for somewhere to park. Now this is a busy road, so we need to find somewhere where we're allowed to park. So I'm going to check the mirrors inside and left. I'm going to put the left signal on for the car ahead. I can see a raised curb I'm parking next to. As I'm braking, clutch to the floor, line up my reference point, and then bring it to a gentle stop. Once I stop, cancel the signal, into neutral, relax my pedals. So what we've covered there, we had a busy situation going on there, didn't we? And I'll just recap what we did. We did the left turning, we did mirrors, signal, braking. We were in gear 3, So we slowed it down to about 12 miles an hour as we're going into gear 2, clutch up, no lunge. Do you see what I mean about having that speed just set right? So I change gears through eyes. So what I mean by that is 10 for 2, 15 for 3, 25 for 4 in this 1 litre petrol. And I've also done that in a 1.5 petrol car, which is my last car, which was a T-Roc. This is a Clio. So again, it does work. I know a lot of people argue more, saying, oh, you need more gas in each gear. Well, guess what? This works. This creates a lovely smooth drive, and the fuel economy is phenomenal. So that's why I do it in this particular way. But also, more importantly, when you bring the clutch up, you don't get that bad lunge. So you get a lovely smooth transition. You don't even know you've done a gear change, and it doesn't struggle to go down the road as well. So people just kind of moan it struggles. Now, listening to the engine is a good way of doing it. I'm not saying it isn't, but that's more experience when you're driving the car every day and you know the car like the back of your hand. So, just doing that left turn again. Mirrors, signal, braking. We went into gear 2. We brought the clutch up, no lunge, and then it's rolling around the corner. But it's driving because the tick over the engine is driving it at this stage. We checked the left door mirror for positioning. We kept it nice and tight. We went round the corner, added a teeny bit of gas, but not too much, because you'll accelerate out and accelerate to the left sharply, because you've literally got full lock on at this stage. And then when we're taking the steering off, accelerate, or as we're taking the steering off, accelerate away and build your speed up again. We did have that learner driver on the right doing a parallel park, so we approached with caution. He was well on his side of the road at that stage as well, so that was fine. And then we carried on at that stage. If he was over the line in the middle, I would have stopped and paused and just let him continue to do what he was doing at that stage as well. But apart from that, everything was done in that right order. So just recapping again, mirrors, signal, braking. We were in gear 3. We slowed it down, dropped it into gear 2. We brought the clutch up. We rolled it around the corner, added a teeny bit of gas, and then accelerated away. And that is the major to minor left turning. Now, watch out for the next video. We're going to start doing some right turnings. Now, the right turnings will be minor to major and major to minor. You'll be surprised to see which one's first. But please watch out for the next video. And please subscribe and follow me for more details of learning to drive.